Does the CIA have authority to take out Maduro?
Oh, I don't want to answer a question like that. That's a ridiculous question for me to be given. Not really a ridiculous question, but wouldn't it be a ridiculous question for me to answer?
Just to set the stage, again, I read this report by CSIS that says more than 10% of all deployed U.S. naval assets are currently located in the Southern Command or SOUTHCOM area of responsibility, that is the Caribbean, Central and South America. The guy in charge of SOUTHCOM, Admiral Alvin Halsey, recently resigned. There's a lot of reports and chatter that he was not on board with this policy of murdering suspected drug dealers in boats off the coast of Venezuela, and that may be why he left. Last week, the New York Times reported that Trump has secretly authorized the CIA to conduct covert action in Venezuela, which Trump later confirmed to press, as one normally does not do. The Guardian reported that the CIA is providing the intelligence driving these airstrikes on the boats, but that the aircraft being used to fire the missiles are U.S. military, which means there should be some disclosure. But when I've talked to Pentagon reporters, they ask, hey, what's the legal authority for this war? And they just get no response. The U.S. military helicopters have been spotted training 90 miles off the coast of Venezuela. These are helicopters that are usually used by the special forces. Apparently nuclear-capable B-52 bombers are also training off the coast of Venezuela. Last week, we learned that the U.S. Navy had picked up 2 survivors from a U.S. military strike on a suspected drug smuggling submarine in the Caribbean. And over the weekend, the U.S. released those survivors back to their home countries of Ecuador and Colombia rather than bring them to the U.S. for prosecution. So just to be clear, that does not suggest that the administration has much confidence in the legal basis for these airstrikes. Unfortunately, Ben, a Senate vote that would have blocked the strikes off Venezuela failed last week. Every week, there's another set of blinking red lights that suggest we're about to bomb Venezuela.
The Democrats sometimes are worried, well, what if it looks good? What if he takes Maduro out and it looks strong? Putting aside that you should have already learned the lesson that it always looks good the first day. Like Iraq looked pretty good when that statue fell over. It's also just wrong. And it's all about making Trump more powerful in the same way that his self-aggrandizing diplomacy is about making himself more powerful. If you don't see that this potential war in Venezuela is inextricably linked to everything that's happening at home, you've not been paying attention.